Have you ever wondered why more and more stores offer you the option to split your payments into easy installments? The famous buy now, pay later, or BNPL, seems like a blessing. Until it quietly becomes your worst financial nightmare. Today, we'll break down how it really works, why it could be silently sinking you into debt, and what you can do to protect your wallet. How buy now, pay later really work. Let's start with the basics. When you check out online and choose BNPL, you're agreeing to split the total price of your purchase into a set number of payments, usually 4, spread out every 2 weeks or every month. For example, you buy a $200 pair of sneakers. You pay $50 today. Then you pay $50 every 2 weeks until you're done. If you make every payment on time, you pay exactly $200, no interest, no hidden fees. It sounds simple and fair. So, how do these companies make money? There are 2 main ways. 1. Merchant fees. Stores pay BNPL companies a commission, sometimes up to 8% of your total purchase, because shoppers are more likely to spend more if they can spread out payments. 2. Late fees and interest. If you miss a payment, suddenly those interest-free plans turn into a profit machine for the company. Late fees can stack up quickly, and in some cases, they charge penalty interest on top. The big difference from a traditional loan or credit card is that BNPL approvals are instant. There's usually no hard credit check, no paperwork, and no wait. You just click a button, and you're approved in seconds. Sounds convenient? It is. But convenience comes with a cost that most people don't see coming. Why it's so tempting, and so risky. So, why do so many people love BNPL? Simple, it makes spending feel painless. Psychologists call this payment splitting bias. When you break down a $200 purchase into 4 $50 payments, your brain focuses on the smaller number, $50, instead of the full $200. That makes it feel affordable, even if you wouldn't normally spend that much. BNPL taps into our instant gratification instinct. It removes the guilt of big purchases. It gives you a false sense of control. You think you're budgeting wisely, but in reality, you're stacking payments on top of other payments. It's marketed as a smarter alternative to credit cards, but that's misleading. Multiple surveys show that people using BNPL tend to spend 20% to 30% more than they originally planned. And once you sign up for one plan, you're more likely to sign up for more. Many shoppers juggle 3, 5, or even 8 BNPL plans at the same time, each with different due dates and penalties. What happens next? One missed paycheck or unexpected bill, and suddenly you're scrambling to cover multiple automatic withdrawals, each with late fees waiting to hit you. The hidden cost most people ignore. Here's the part that most people overlook. BNPL doesn't help you build good credit, but it can wreck your credit if you mess up. Unlike a credit card, if you pay off a BNPL plan perfectly, most companies don't report that positive payment history to credit bureaus. So you don't get any benefit for being responsible. But if you default, or your payments bounce, they can send your debt to collections. Now, suddenly, your credit score takes a hit, and you might get calls from debt collectors over what started as a harmless $40 makeup order. On top of that, BNPL providers collect massive amounts of data about your spending habits. They know what you buy, when you buy it, and how often you use their service. Many push targeted promotions, exclusive deals, or one-click checkout offers to get you to spend even more. And while all of this might sound shady, it's perfectly legal, because BNPL is still loosely regulated compared to banks and credit cards. That means more freedom for companies, and more risk for you. The bigger economic trap. Now, let's zoom out a bit. BNPL is not just an individual spending problem, it's becoming a macroeconomic red flag. Originally, BNPL was marketed as a smarter way to buy occasional non-essential items, clothes, gadgets, concert tickets. But now, more and more people are using BNPL for basic living costs like groceries, gas, or utility bills. According to industry reports, groceries are now one of the fastest growing categories for BNPL purchases. Think about that, people are taking out microloans just to put food on the table this week. Why is this happening? Because wages are stagnant while rent, food, and daily expenses keep rising. So instead of solving the root problem, low income and high living costs, people rely on BNPL to bridge the gap, at the expense of future paychecks. This creates a snowball effect. You stretch your paycheck this month with BNPL. Next month, you owe more of your income up front to repay those installments. Meanwhile, new expenses come up, so you open another BNPL plan to cope. Eventually, a single hiccup, like a late paycheck or an emergency expense, triggers late fees, overdrafts, or even debt collectors. For millions, this isn't reckless spending, it's survival. But survival debt has a nasty habit of growing quietly until it crushes you. What you can do to stay safe. Alright, now for the part that really matters. How can you protect yourself from falling into the BNPL trap? Here are 4 practical rules to live by. Treat BNPL like a loan, not free money. If you wouldn't borrow money from your bank for that item, don't do it with BNPL either. Before clicking split into 4 payments, ask yourself, would I put this on a loan with interest? If not, skip it or save up first. Keep a clear budget with BNPL included. Don't pretend those payments aren't debt, they are. Write down all your active BNPL plans, due dates, and total amounts owed. Many people forget about them until the automatic withdrawals hit their account and cause overdrafts. Build a small emergency buffer. Life happens, unexpected bills, car repairs, or delayed paychecks. Having just $500 to $1,000 saved up can stop you from needing to finance your groceries with BNPL. Start small, be consistent, and treat this buffer as untouchable. If you have access to a credit card, use it wisely instead. Yes, credit cards can also be dangerous if misused. But unlike BNPL, responsible credit card use can help build your credit history, earn you cashback or travel rewards, and offer stronger consumer protections. Always pay your balance in full to avoid interest. Buy now, pay later isn't evil, but it's not free money either. Use it as a tool, not a crutch for overspending. Your best defense is to stay informed, plan ahead, and control impulse buying. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. See you in the next episode. Let's keep learning how to make your money work for you.